this. All of you, happy warrior freedom fighters. I love this energy. I love you too. And let me tell you, we have to take this energy into the 22 elections because our job is to fire Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. Our job is to get us back on the America First agenda. And I know you all are going to work with us on doing that. Let me ask you a question. Have you noticed how aggressive China has become? Yes, and you know the reason for that is the Biden administration is not holding them to account anymore. Basically, they're kowtowing to what the communist Chinese want. And every day they're getting more aggressive on Joe Biden's watch. They're pushing. And the Biden administration has even stopped investigating the Wuhan coronavirus. And we have to know what happened with that so it never happens again. The support that the Chinese Communist Party is getting from American corporations is disgusting. Look at what Nike recently did. They said, we are a company of China and for China. So I have a question for Nike. Are they a company of and for a communist regime that is carrying out genocide against the Uyghurs, or that is ending free speech, or a company, a regime that annihilates the Hong Kong freedom fighters? But that is not all that Nike did. We had legislation in the Senate that would have prohibited the sale of products that are made with slave labor from the Xinjiang province. And Nike worked against this. I don't know about you, but at our house, we are done with Nike. And we are done with their obvious goal of appeasing the Chinese Communist Party. And we think that all these corporations need to bring their warehouses and their manufacturing back to the USA and to our allies. We think made in the USA instead of made in China sounds really good. And Nike's not the only corporation that's doing this. Look at what Apple is doing. Look at what we've got the NBA doing. My question to all these corporations is, whose team are you on anyway? Are you on Team USA? Do you think that China has already won the economic war that they have been launching against us? They need to be on Team USA. But here's the problem, the woke left. They don't view China as a threat. They view them as a model to emulate. I view them as the enemy. You've even got celebrities like John Cena, the big tough wrestling guy, movie star. He recently issued an apology to China because he had called Taiwan a country. And his apology read, I am very, very sorry for my mistake. I apologize. Doesn't sound like a tough guy to me. But here's my message there. Taiwan is a country. Taiwan is our ally. They are their friend, our friend. We will stand with them. I'm proud to support them. We as a nation support them. And then you've got stars like LeBron James, and he opposes America First. He opposes the Georgia election law, gets online, talks about it. But when it comes to calling out the human rights abuses of the Chinese Communist Party, crickets. He doesn't have anything to say. They are more interested in their bank accounts and the NBA brand then they are holding the Chinese to account. But what should we expect? We've got Joe Biden in the White House. He has enabled these corporations and these celebrities to do America last. At every turn, that's what Joe Biden does. He's rolled back sanctions. He's allowed the CCP to grow their influence around the world with their debt diplomacy and all of the work that they are doing with great power competition, their Belt and Road Initiative, and not to mention his son, Hunter, who has been bankrolled by the communists several times. But we should kind of expect this. Joe Biden said when he was talking about the Chinese Communist Party, hey man, they aren't bad guys. They aren't our competitors. You and I know they are a threat, and the threat is real. And if you don't believe me, Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, the other day in an interview, he said, if countries try to bully China, they will face broken heads and bloodshed. Now that is the Chinese Communist Party, because they see weakness in President Biden. I tell you what, I miss President Donald Trump. Okay, so we got to do something about this, right? All right. We have to hold the Chinese Communist Party accountable for the Wuhan coronavirus. The Trump administration had said all along, hey, maybe we should investigate this lab leak. Liberal media, what did they do? Oh, that's ridiculous. Big tech, what did they do? Oh, that's conspiracy theory. Now we know they were all in cahoots. But they are all backtracking now. So here are the facts to arm you up in this fight. China hid evidence. They destroyed evidence. They prohibited inspectors from coming into the Wuhan lab, and then they silenced doctors. And they used the World Health Organization to speak out against countries like Taiwan that actually got out there and tried to talk about what was going on. This is absolutely outrageous, and as President Trump said, China must pay. So, I still need you all in this fight. You got to keep the pressure on. Hold your elected officials in the Biden administration to account for committing genocide against the Uyghur Muslims. In Xinjiang, they are carrying out a systemic targeting and elimination of the Uyghurs. They are surveilling them. They're doing population control. They are forcing abortions and sterilization on Uyghur women. Enough is enough. We have to speak out. The human rights atrocities have to stop. And there's something else we need to be vocal on. We should not send our athletes to Beijing for the Olympics. And we must not allow Huawei, China's spy technology, to be in our systems. And we cannot allow big tech and big China to cozy up and set technology standards and take our data and invade our privacy. And if we do not hold them to account, if we do not tell these corporations, bring that manufacturing back here, bring back these critical supply lines in telecommunications, in semiconductors, in microprocessors, in pharmaceuticals, bring it back to the USA and our allies. And by the way, when you're making the move, speak out about what the Chinese are doing to the Hong Kong freedom fighters, the Mongolians, the Tibetans, the genocide that they're carrying out. Speak out about their military aggression. Speak out about their intellectual property theft. that they carry out against our creative community. We have to be the people and stand up against the communists. And we have to restore President Trump's America First agenda. He did what few people have ever been able to do. He challenged the Chinese Communist Party and he won. He fought for better trade deals and we got them. He stopped them from manipulating their currency, good for the dollar. He stopped some of their military growth in the South China Sea. And he was holding the Chinese communists responsible for the Wuhan coronavirus. We have to get back to those proven successful policies. And here is why it's so important. If you're under 40 years of age, if you're under 40, I want you to stand up right now. China is the defining issue. Yeah, give them a hand. Keep standing. Yeah. China is the defining issue for your generation. China is intent on global dominance by the time we get to 2050. So think about it. When you're 60 years old, when you're 70 years old, when you're looking at your children and your grandchildren, do you want to say, if I'd only fought harder, you wouldn't be working for the Communist Chinese? This is our fight. We have to take them on. We have to defend our freedom every single day. I need you to stand with me and fight against China. Fight against this communist aggression. Okay, are you with me? Yeah. All right. Are we going to win this fight? Okay. God bless you all, and may God bless and preserve the United States of America. Thank you.